But now what generative AI is, based on the data which you give, based on inputs you give, it can generate the data from the training samples. Now this can be used for many different things. We'll learn about that. So in the next part, I would want to introduce prompt engineering. So I guess everyone use ChatGPT. They know what prompt engineering is. You write at least 2 to 5 prompts per day, I guess, especially in exam times. So what is prompt engineering? Prompt engineering is process of creating prompts that are designed to elicit specific response from an LLM. So I guess everyone have tried a prompt in a ChatGPT. But what happens is you won't get a result what we were expecting. So we write again, we ask him to improve the results and many other things. Now what we can this is whole field of study in engineering regarding prompts. That's called prompt engineering. So what are we can learn different cases to achieve complex tasks that will take huge amount of engineering time. It helps you be more productive and achieve the tasks which are previously very difficult. Like in the next one, I will explain how to write prompts. Next. So in a prompt design, please once check the screens, we can see a prompt. Write a proper prompt. Designing a prompt consists of basically 4 steps. First is the context. We have to give the any AI, generative AI, a context about what we are trying to get a result on. So if he knows what the context is going on, it can be explaining a proper thing. Then you have to specify your instruction, task, give a few examples of it, then provide the input on which you need the output or outcome or whatever it is. We can see an example here. So an example it's showing is a video is a video platform where users can add short comments. It can be positive, neutral, negative. Now this is just a basic context on what we'll be asking a prompt on. Then we are specifying the task. We are specifying the task such as you need to classify the comments as positive, neutral, and negative. Here are examples. So we can see different comments. What are the reviews? Now we are giving it an example comment. I don't know what to think about this video. The review is. Now if you just, for example, think instead of completing the whole part, you just give an input on comment and the review. You won't get an output what you're expecting. You won't get a output such as positive, neutral, negative. You have to specify what you needed. Now that is where prompt engineering comes in. It's not just about getting a review or specific one-word answers. Now this can be used for our different projects, our databases, our codings, developing different presentations. Even today's presentation, I used it. So it's very helpful. Next. So on coming on to prompt design is a few description and what to get updated, basic idea. So on coming on to prompt design, we'll have prompt design consists of the art of figuring out what to feed your LLM to get what you want. So every LLM will behave in a specific pattern which you have to understand. So for example, if you ask ChatGPT to hack your phone, it can't hack. It says I cannot help you with that. So you have to understand what an LLM can do and what it cannot do to elicit a specific response. Now after this, again comes the part of fine tuning your prompt. So we have to tune a vector or a soft prompt. Just this to your input. Okay. So allows for this prompt fine tuning allows you for customization and modification to the underlying model. Next. So coming on, I want to explain what Google has pioneered at one. Google has been working on AI not just from the past few years, but even before our COVID-19. See, from 2017 we can see it started working on transformers. Then in 2018 came on board, such as your Google Assistant Siri. It's kind of that. Then came T5. Then came Lambda in the 2020. It is a generative model which can be installed on your systems. Then came AlphaFold. Then came Palm. And now Bard. I guess everyone is familiar with Bard right now. So in next. So now what Google is providing, we have searching here. So foundation models, families, and what are provided by Google. So we can search, we can see this. Google is providing a Gemini model, Palm model, Cody, Imagine 2. Then these are the main fundamental things which are working on the Google. Then we comes under what the enterprise experience consists of, customers, hobbies. So consumers come under Gemini. Then they use Gemini, Google Workspace, Mail, Calendar. These all can be worked together in it. Then we have the AI builder experience, Vertex AI. So I guess everyone who has started the course have a small idea of what Vertex AI is, or at least read the word somewhere in the course overall. The Vertex AI is a very important part of the Google Cloud completely. So it allows you to build your different AI models based on the data and ML models saved in the Google itself, Google Cloud. Now this is very helpful. You don't need every detail of machine learning. You don't need to learn the complicated math behind it, but still you can build your own models using the Google Cloud platform. So next one. So Vertex AI. As you can see in the Vertex AI, we can see it provides 130 plus enterprise-ready foundation models in Vertex AI Model Garden. Now, what Vertex AI Model Garden consists of, I would like to say, Gemini foundation models consist of Gemini 1, 1.5, and 1.5 Ultra. Then again, foundation models come. We have Palm 2, Imagine 2, Chirp, Cody, embeddings, speech to text, specific programming languages such as speech to text to speech, occupancy analysis, visions, video intelligence, and many more things we can see here, such as Llama, Gemma, SecPalm, cybersecurity. It's my okay. So now this all provides a different choice and flexibility. Uh, okay. Now these all different models are there to provide. Now I would like to ask anyone, can anyone say why are we learning this generative AI right now? Anyone here? Okay.
Because it's an emerging technology and all the companies are much more focused on it.
Yes, as it was said, many companies are focusing on the emerging technologies, specifically AI. Now, as AI involvement is very much improved, what we are searching is to daily every company want to build their own models, but it cannot be built on train just with few GBs of data. It needs a lengthy training model, huge amount of data. Now, guess what? Google has everything. It has huge amounts of data, the perfect training models, specified versions for whatever things you need, specific tasks, and there are many different sizes to match the cost and efficiency needs of a company. Like we can find the many for text to speech patterns we'll have. For if you want to create an AI for image generation, you can find them. For security reasons, you can find it. For data analytics, you can find it. Prompt generations, you can find it, and many others. Next one. Next. Okay. So now I would like to just explain what Vertex AI platform model will give us something, how the tools are used. So we can see the model garden is below. First comes this is an open source model. These models are available under open source licenses, which users can customize and fine tune according to their specific needs. In the model garden, you have open source partition where the models are open source, which can be used by anyone. Even you can download it right now for free at no extra cost. Then comes the task specific models. These models are pre-trained for specific tasks and comes with auto ML capabilities. Now, this allows users to train models on custom data with minimal coding. So now this task-specific AI models can be used for companies which already have the task defined and the amount of efficiency they need. So task-specific models are for companies which know what they have to do. Then comes the foundation models. The foundation model consists of large pre-trained models like language models, vision models, and multimodal models that can handle a broad range of tasks. Now, users can fine-tune these models with custom data for their specific purposes. Now, that is the use of the three different types of models available. Then comes the generative AI studio. Now, coming to the generative AI studio, it consists of the prompt design and the tuning. So prompt design consists of users can design many different test prompts, which are inputs that guide how generative models respond. Now, this particularly useful for creating specific outputs like text generation or image generation. Then the other part, tuning, it comes under adaptive layers. Now, allows for fine tuning of model with additional layers tailored to adapt model responses. Okay, so we'll come to the next part here. The ML platform. ML platform here consists of our data science workbench. I guess everyone, most of the people here are from data science and AI/ML. So I guess you should have a little idea about data science. So this is an environment for data scientists to work on model development. This include data pre-processing, model training, and experimentation. So I would like to just give a small idea on what is data pre-processing model training. So everyone who is in data science and AI will please listen. So data pre-processing consists of for any ML model, what we create different models. We have data sets. Now these data set are not perfect. It consists of irregularities, many missing details, redundant data. Now cleaning all this and perfecting your data set is called data pre-processing. Now this can be done by the data science workbench itself, reducing your task and burden and time, everything. Then comes the experiment part. You can take different models, tune parameters, compare results to find best results, whatever is usable for you. Then after your customization data and all, you can train the models, deploy them, and maintain workflow and ensure up-to-date updates. So next one. Now, as I said, uh, we are learning about different AI so that for example, whatever future companies will be joining, will be using them. So doing this course will help you understand what these are. So what are the major services used by companies will be the video intelligence, vision, speech, document AI, natural language, and translation. These are the major AIs which will be AI machine learning APIs which will be used. So I would like to go on the explain the next. Okay. So cloud video intelligence API. So Cloud Video Intelligence API quickly understand the video content by encapsulating powerful ML models in easy to use REST API. So I wanted to ask anyone, is it understandable for everyone what's going on right now? Or if you have any doubts, questions, you can please ask me. Going on. So these are used for video intelligence is basically used to, for example, when you go for ML models, you train not only based on text data and image data. Sometimes you'll also have to use video data. Now the video intelligence API is used to make sense of the huge amount of data which is available. Now, for example, if you have YouTube videos of 1 hour length of 100 quantity, to scroll through that, it will take you 100 hours, but you don't have that much time to spend on it. So use the Cloud Video Intelligence API, upload the data on it, and ask it a specific response to questions or summary of the data, video, 100-hour video, and it will provide you on it. Now, this is the use of Cloud Video Intelligence API. Next. So coming on to Cloud Vision API. Now, this explains about different parts of this classify content with predefined labels, detect objects and retrieve coordinates, OCR support for 200 plus languages, detect brands and product logos, detect faces and emotions, popular places, similar images on web, and moderate explicit content. Now, this Cloud Vision API is used for your image training, companies which use for generative. So I guess everyone tried many different API to generate images. No, the Cloud Vision API can be doing that for you. It's very helpful. Next, speech recognition. Coming on to speech recognition, Is this speech speech recognition of it will consist of your automatic speech recognition, global vocabularies, streaming recognitions, real-time or buffered audio support, noisy audio handling, and integrated API. So cloud speech API is basically dealing with all kinds of audio files, audio data, and whatever task related to audio you have. Now, this consists of recognizing the speech. I guess in reels and all, sometimes you find captions. Now, without captions, you are sometimes like kind of blank screen, not understanding what's going on. Now, that's helpful. Streaming recognitions, integrated APIs, it cancel out noisy, noisy white noise. You have real-time audio support. Next. So the Cloud Natural Language API. The Cloud Natural Language API lets business and developers understand the structure and meaning of text across languages. So basically, it does a work of translation. With Natural Language API, you can identify the most important entities from people, location, events with the sentiment of the text. Now, what are the specific why you have to use it? Use the Cloud Natural Language API because the ease of use. Cross-platform and easy to use via REST APIs, enabling access from platform or device. Now, I guess everyone has used this at least once. Your Google Lens translate button function. Now, that is used on Cloud Natural Language API. The next. So, and now I would like to speak about function calling. Now, this is specific feature which is built in Gemini itself, Gemini. So, function calling is a built-in feature of Gemini that helps you transform natural language into structured data and back again. So what function next function? When you need Gemini to figure out the right API call to make based on a user query. So now Gemini also uses different APIs provided by the Google, as mentioned before. So what this does is Gemini needs to understand when to call which API. So by understanding it, it works by defining our functions, what we give, the command, prompt, whatever we give. It wraps the function into and calls Gemini with a tool argument. So the next one will show a whole life cycle of a function call. So a daily life of a function call. So it starts with the user sending a prompt to Gemini. Then we can see as Gemini is moving on to the tool, it consists of functions, one function or many different functions. Now these functions are connected with the REST APIs, databases, document repositories, and customer management systems. So these are all the external tools, external APIs which are related with Gemini, integrated with Gemini. Now it formulates a response based on the functions available and the prompt given by the user and sends the response back to the user. Now this is how a function call works. Function call is basically how you send a prompt and how you receive the behavioral response of this. Then moving on to the next part, why function? Next, function call. Now function calls is about developer control and flexibility. For simple tasks and to complex workflows, it has many different ways how it is classified. So for simple tasks, we can see it has structured outputs. For example, it has a predefined question is it like where does the sun rise from? It doesn't need to use complex API and models. It can be done with pre-ordered data, which is hard coded in the system. For the east, the sun rises always from the east itself. Then comes the information retrieval kind of responses, which require specific information which is stored all over the internet. Our Google search basically works on information retrieval or specific databases which consist of the data which you need. Then the internet search, intranet search. Now this consists of basically a closed network, not the internet, a closed network of a company or a specific group of people. Then comes the customer support. Now, API also helps you with customer support. As we have seen nowadays, In many different apps, you have a AI customer support. It can include banks, hospitals, your Tata Sky box, anything else. And autonomous workflows. Now, this process database records and batch and handle other tasks. Okay, so to the next one. Next is repeat. Okay. So now what I wanted to say is LangChain. LangChain is integrated in the LangChain is integrated with AI Vertex. Vertex AI, sorry. So as we know, LangChain is just a second. I would like to pass it on to Aniket.
島田彩花です。東京でフォトグラファーをしています。東京にはいろんな顔があって、夜の東京は昼の東京と全く違うと思います。新しいピクセルには動画ブーストって機能があるんですけど、暗いところだと夜景モードが作動して画質がさらに上がるんです。三茶は上京して初めて住んだ思い出の場所なんです。いい感じです。お、綺麗。次は渋谷に来ました。 す